Welcome in, Lucky Lefty Podcast. Honora Boys in the building. We're brought to you by ONORA. It is ONORAWhiskey.com. It is at Premium American Whiskey, ONORAWhiskey.com. And if you drink, gotta make sure that you do it
responsibly.
Let's get it. Lucky Honora Boys. Here with Lucky Lefty himself, me, ZAIRE, SHAUN, Davis, SD2 Mike. Today, we talk chaos. Notre Dame watching foolishness as the Big 12, the big in the SEC trying to put a push. No more spring games.
Yeah, what they canceled? We seen the death of spring games. Who's?
Oh. Put a dab into a bit. Talk to a couple. One guy in particular, Mike Nickens, might have found another gym in 6th class. We'll watch him. Brought to you by Your Whiskey. We're the home of United Passion, and you already know. We forever be committed to making sure that we see spit. Lev, how you feeling, man?
I've been catching up on the news too, man. I'm hearing the death of the spring game, man, and they trying to treat it. It might as well just make it a full NFL type of off season. They talking about, they worry about free agents and all this other craziness and foolishness. But, you know, I think it's one of those things when you got so much at play, the shift starts to happen in all aspects, and you really get to see, you know, college football changing to a more professional format. I mean, you got added a couple games because of the playoffs, and, you know, all the money going in, you know, you're trying to preserve and really get to the season. So development has become a bigger, you know, aspect of college football, and rightfully so. But I don't know, man. I feel like to take all of that away for just one game, one day, it doesn't seem like it's too hard to do, considering you're going to scrimmage within your spring football practices. Is going to be scrimmages that happen all the time. Maybe this is an opportunity where you can even the playing field. And I know a lot of it has to be because the way the schedule works is that, was it the day of spring games? It's like the day after is like the portal opens. So I'm sure a lot of these schools want to take advantage of having all the resources all in on building your roster. And we'll see what happens. So it does change the perspective of getting ready for the season in an aspect where your roster in the spring can be 100% different. Not 100%, but it can be different in major aspects by the fall. You add a receiver, add a quarterback, or lose a quarterback, lose a D lineman that star. They making it a set up for a big free agency market in the spring instead of it being having the time to prepare the right way for a full season. I think it's kind of hard to do, but the coaching and everything being sped up, guys being ready to play right now, plug and play, and not. So it's a weird spot for, I think, college football to be in terms of a head coach and what route you want to take. Are we taking the route of winning right now, like we've seen from 3 of the top 4 schools in college football last year who went all in on the roster from an NIL standpoint? Or is it, I still believe in my young development players and trusting my 2-year, 3-year guys in there and complimenting them with transfers and not just overhauling and looking for whatever is hot on the market. So it's different than the NFL still. You know, the NFL is the top of the top, and college football is trying to get grab straws at the best available. So it's an interesting place.
I'm trying to stay calm. It is left. I'm trying to stay calm because we hour left in the show, so I don't want to like jump off the deep end right now. But I'm disappointed with the direction of the
Oh,
group.
disappointed.
I'm disappointed with the direction of the growth in the room. Um, yeah, I don't.
It sounds like your audio is underwater.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know,
Oh, that's better.
Left. I'm just at the place now. I don't care, man. I don't care.
You don't care.
I don't care, man. I don't buy any of the BS anymore, dude. I don't want people telling me they care about these kids. I don't want people telling me they care about the fans.
Yeah, they definitely don't care about the fans if you're doing that.
It's all hogwash. There is no more, and I don't want it. The fans that want to talk about amateurism and
There's
student
no more
athletes,
image.
there
No,
is no more student athletes.
it's gone.
There is no more. You can't sell it anymore.
Definitely
Right?
can't sell it. Yeah, definitely can't sell it.
You can't hear it anymore, dude. And I don't. At this point, left. I don't care what happens anymore. I'll just show up to watch games on Saturday, bro.
Yeah. Get me to Saturday.
It's tiring, bro. It's just tiring. So you canceling spring games for what? Now I understand that there have been stories written about this. I think there were stories written about this concerning the Notre Dame spring game. The attendance has fallen in most of these. The interest has fallen because it is no longer a pilgrimage because spring games weren't shown on TV.
Right.
Right? Now every spring game, just about every spring game is shown on TV.
Getting streamed, yeah.
Especially Big Ten, SEC, they'll have their day. You can view it. Or streaming. Somehow, some way, YouTube, you can watch, right?
Yeah, you can find a way to watch for sure.
But what about the fans that can't afford to get there in the fall? What about the kids that don't get an opportunity to come in the fall? See, this is what I'm talking about. This is why what PK Subban said today on ESPN concerning the NBA and its culture is spot on. What are you playing for? It used to be for pride, the school, the state, whatever, the conference championship. All of that is fading away, left. Every bit of it. Every bit of it. I had a debate, man. A Notre Dame fan caught me out in Orland, breaking bread with my mom. Asked me a simple question. I had to compose myself. Because the society left, dude, it's a thin line between complaint and gratefulness left. Yeah. It's a thin line. I mean, it's minuscule between complaint and gratefulness. And he asked me, well, man, I love the fact that they're going to be getting rid of the top seeds and the automatic qualifications. Because the Notre Dame deserved to be a top 4 seed. They didn't deserve to be a higher seed. Beat Northern Illinois.
How about that? The schedule was set up for you to be the number 5 seed if you beat Northern Illinois. How about that? Take care of your business. How about being grateful that the playoffs were expanded? Because if you had lost to Northern Illinois, you would have been at home. So be grateful instead of complaining.
Yeah.
You made it to the national championship game. What is there to complain about? I'm sorry I said I was going to stay calm, Left. What are we complaining about? The eyes of man are never satisfied, Left. Never. You can never satisfy man. And when they think they're making things better, everything they're doing shows what's at the heart of college football now. They don't give a darn about these kids.
No.
They don't give a darn about these kids.
They don't even report stories no more on
They
kids.
don't give a darn about these kids. They don't give a darn about the fans. They care about the fans. They can spend a lot of money, but they don't give a darn about the kids, a Nebraska kid 300 miles away. That's not going to get the opportunity to play.
No.
Who parents would drive up for the spring game because that $7 was the only thing they could afford to allow their son or daughter to watch Nebraska football. They don't care about those fans anymore. They don't give a darn. I told you, we're 2 to 3 years away from the Super Bowl being pay-per-view. I told you. Story broke yesterday. Netflix is about to buy the afternoon package for football games, which means you have to subscribe to get the 3 o'clock starts for NFL games coming up in a couple of years. I told you where this was headed, Left. I told everybody where this was headed. They don't give a darn about the fans, bro. They're huddled up in a room, the Big Ten and the SEC huddled up in a room trying to guarantee 4 spots. For who? South Carolina? For who? Alabama? For who? For whom exactly? None of those teams were good teams. None of them had a real shot. What are we talking about? Going to 14 teams for what? Getting rid of the conference championships and the meaning of winning a conference championship for what?
Yeah.
You mean to tell me I win a conference? I win my conference? And I don't get an automatic bid? The nerve. The nerve.
Yeah, because what are you playing for at that point?
What are you playing for? What are you playing for? We just watched all of the top 4 seeds get eliminated. What's the complaint? What did the automatic seeding mean? What did it mean, Left? In the grand scheme of things. What it being seeded 1 through 4, what did it mean, Left? They all got smacked.
They all got
smacked. So what are we really complaining about? What are we complaining about?
Got what they asked for. They got the 4 seeds.
What are we complaining about? Ohio State, Oregon, Penn State, Indiana made it in. 4 teams that were deserving. I'm sorry, Alabama wasn't deserving. No. South Carolina wasn't deserving. Tennessee made it in by the skin of their teeth. SEC fans, you weren't good as a conference last year. You just weren't. You weren't good.
Top heavy.
Chalk it up and move on to the next year. You weren't good. It saddens me. The direction. That program, the decision making, is all about money and look and appearances, bro. There's no more heart. There's no more heart in college football in the way it operates. None. The adults in the room don't have any heart. So if you're not going to have any heart, don't get mad because now the players are on the money grab. This is what you created. This is the atmosphere you created. The adults. You created this atmosphere, and now the players want their piece of the pie. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
That's it. That's it, Left. It's disappointing to me, Left. Just 7 years ago, I took a truck full of kids, inner city kids,
up to the
that love football, up to the Notre Dame spring game.
That's an experience.
3 of them played Division I football. They were 7th and 8th graders at the time, Left.
Probably meant a lot.
Their parents couldn't afford. Most of them had single moms. They couldn't afford to get up there. And I'm not saying Notre Dame is going to take it away. I'm not saying that. But this move, for what? It's a glorified practice. So what?
That's what I'm saying. You're going to scrimmage at some point in this.
You're scrimmaging in the stadium. What is the issue? What is the issue?
All this stuff is built on fear. Fear somebody going to watch one of your players pop out and have a good game, and now they're going to be blowing up his phone and the exposure. And the thing is sad because this is in all sports. They saying LeBron is ruining the NBA. It's NIL, and these rules are ruining college football. Travel basketball is being ruined because of the cost and the time and all this. So it's, sports in general is taking some heat. But a lot of this is, like you said, it's the adults in the room.
Yes.
Making these greedy decisions, making these money grab type of plays. And I'm not going to lie, when they see the numbers of the TV deals, they see the numbers of what you can make on an extra 1 or 2 game days because of the playoffs, it's all related to a money grab. It has nothing to do with what sports was built off of, which was the pride of it. Where's the pride in real fandom? Like you said, Sean, it makes you not care about none of it and just be like, just tell me when y'all playing.
Just tell me when you're playing.
Let me know when the game come on. So then I can work my parlays, because that's the next thing that's coming. That's my prediction. Where you can start betting in college, betting on college players. It's only a matter of time, because that's what it's all about. That's why Jay-Z's trying to put a casino right in the middle of New York City. They don't care about the sports. They want to make these money grabs. And this is nothing but a money grab. Because at the end of the day, not doing a spring game is benefiting who and who only. Who is it really benefiting? It's not benefiting the people that you have on your team. It's not benefiting the coaches necessarily. Definitely not benefiting the fans. It's like it's anti-culture in sports. Like they talk about the Dallas Mavericks just making that huge trade. It's just they just hate their fans. They hate their own fans. And for what? To play for proper position to get draft picks? Is that what the NBA has come to? If you're not a championship team, you're playing to trash your own team?
That story is wild. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
The new ownership with the Mavericks.
Yeah, they're
trying
like
to tank
culture. Yeah,
because they wouldn't be able to move the team 170 miles to build a casino campus in which their team will play in. They're like, really? You're making decisions about a franchise based upon you not being able to get the casino you want in Dallas? Come on, man.
I mean, these are real life things people are doing.
Come on, man. Come on,
these
man.
franchises are showing you they don't care about the fans. They don't care about the viewership. They can care less if the game gets blacked out. That was the original thing for the NFL, was games getting blacked out.
Hockey as well.
Like, why is this not a huge concern? Because they don't care about the game if you watch it or not. Because they got the TV deal that's filling their pockets. They got the merch filling their pockets. They got the So it's sad because Notre Dame, as slick as they are, we agreed to get a true home game.
And see, that's why. That's why Notre Dame is sitting back watching the Big Ten, the SEC, laughing like, whatever y'all decide,
whatever y'all decide, because y'all don't like. Right? Y'all don't like money. Y'all want to split the money 17 ways. We just gonna keep raking in everything. Y'all gonna keep making these drastic rules because y'all seeing what we're doing. That's what it is. This is
what happened. Let me tell you what happened. Let me tell you what happened, love. Let me tell you what happened. Let's keep it funky. Let's keep it all the way funky. Let's keep it funky. Let's see, Georgia got to buy. Oregon got to buy. SEC and the Big Ten said, dang, Notre Dame got all the love for the first ever playoff game at home.
All the love.
And all the money. All the networks were there. They got jealous, love.
They did. They did.
But wait a minute. Don't get jealous when this is what you told us we had to do. For not being in your conference, you said we couldn't get a bye.
Cool.
And we were relegated to playing in the first round.
And we walked away with the most money. Okay, we didn't get a championship. Okay.
And we laughed knowing like, y'all gonna let us get the first?
They're gonna let us get the first one? Because we was winning all the way up to the championship. It wasn't like it was like, okay, the total prize, the icing on the cake is the trophy.
Oh, absolutely.
From a program standpoint, we was winning the whole time.
Yes.
We won in the ice bowl, we won that. That was a win, a double win. On the field and off the field, we won that. Ohio State, as much as they was excited about what they do at the end of the day when they got that $20 million for winning, split it up.
Rutgers like, thank you. I was like, thank you.
Penn State didn't feel that bad. They said, okay, we lost, but at least we get a little something.
Ohio State's gonna break us off a little
something off the top. Yeah. So teams, look, they saw what Notre Dame. They said, no, they didn't get to run away with all of that. And the adulation, the love, the money.
Yes.
They would have really been upset if we won the whole thing and got the championship too. They would have been, oh, we can't take this. We can't have Notre Dame just run roughshod over all of our plans of begging. They were begging so much, they begged to put us in good position. And we just like, I mean, if that's what y'all want to do, look, we're the Irish for real. We like our greens. So okay, we didn't win the championship, boo-hoo. But guess what we did? We raked in another $100 million. Untouched, unfiltered, untaxed. We didn't split it up with nobody. Ohio State is, y'all over budget to get a little ring. Because now y'all looking at it like y'all ain't got enough to pay nobody. y'all can't repeat 20 million a year.
I've never seen so many Big Ten and SEC programs crying poor.
Poor. Yes. Crying.
The TV deals, the revenue, the merchandise, the ads, and you're crying poor. We need more money. We don't have enough money for NIL. Oh, boo-hoo. Yeah. We deserve 4 teams guaranteed. You know what, Jack Swarbrick? I'm going to take my cap to you, dude. Thank you for making sure Notre Dame were good stewards. Thank you. Thank you for making sure Notre Dame were good stewards.
We slick
Appreciate
you.
Yeah. Appreciate you.
Because we let y'all get what y'all thought y'all wanted and thought was the right thing. We said, oh, okay, y'all want to put us at 5 or below? Okay, fine. I guess we'll take it. But that means we get a home game, though. Okay. Cool. And we don't have to split no money on the way up there, and we get a new TV deal. We get a new merchandise. Oh, so losing is the heartfelt consequence of not making it. Oh, my heart hurts, but my pockets are fat at the end of the day. And then when we look back, we're working on finishing the job and winning on a level where it's like, okay, well, that's the feel good part. From a business perspective, we never lost. What do you mean? We was winning the whole time, and we didn't pay no $20 million for a roster. So think about this. We didn't pay no $20 million for a roster. We walked through all these games with a great schedule. We get into the playoffs with a great home game opportunity to rake in a little bit more cheese and then continue to win, made some good wins, make our heart feel better, but we was collecting money the whole time. We was pass and go and collecting 200 every time and not splitting it. So even when we got to the championship game, our pockets was full and fat and hearts was heavy. Ohio State was like, wait a minute, this winning doesn't feel like it should. Yeah, because you doling out money on the way to the championship. And then you, after the season, you like, damn, we like Kamala Harris. We in the deficit. We in the deficit. We was paying Oprah and Meg Thee Stallion and Beyonce and now
for that one.
And we lost. Yeah, and now we in the deficit. Now we asking for money. How? How we lose and asking for money. So that's what Ohio State's dealing with. That's why they lost their OC. That's why they lost their DC. That's why they got questions on where the money gonna come from. That's why they like, why are we in the hole? Because you're sold out for winning and not thinking how the Irish think. We've been cool. We've been the cool cucumber on the other side of the pillow. We've been that. Because we always knew the money was going to be more important once all the confetti done failed. All the confetti done failed, the feel-good NIL deals, all of that. Now it's the off-season where you got to rebuild, and you look in your piggy bank, and everything is split up 15 ways. I know you done got Rutgers better. You done got Northwestern better. They just getting little, they getting little checks in the mail. So they had to do something, Sean, because we're going to be in the playoffs again. Do we get to the championship? I don't know, but we'll be in it. And we'll probably have another first home game in the playoffs. It's already set for us.
Yeah. So, ladies
but everybody
and
else,
gents, just to give you a background, once again, we're discussing the meetings that are taking place. Ross Dellinger of Yahoo Sports really, in my opinion, has done the best job of staying on top of this. The two leagues, this is from his article on Yahoo Sports, the two leagues will push playoff executives to alter the seeding of the upcoming postseason, aligning the seeds based directly on the selection committee's rankings. Such a move would eliminate the rule that grants first round buys in the top four seeds to the four highest ranked conference champions. They'll have a fight on their hands to make the change. Why left? Because all of these changes have to be ratified unanimously by the 10 FBS leagues. Hold on, wait. And Notre Dame.
And Notre Dame, yeah.
And Notre Dame. It's not just the leagues. And Notre Dame.
Us personally, they got to put our name there.
Yes.
Not independent schools. No, Notre Dame.
So Brett Yormack, who is the commissioner of the Big 12. I love you, Brett. Thank you for standing up for the Big 12. He said, I do not have the appetite to give up any financial reward that comes with a bye. Period. End quote. No, you're not about to take money off our plate.
No.
See, this was a reaction by the Big Ten. And this is a reaction, right? It's a reaction by the Big Ten. And they nestled up to the SEC.
Because they felt like they needed more. It wasn't just
because they said if we go by the rankings, we would have had probably Penn State, Ohio State. We probably would have had two teams in the top four, and then look, bump all that.
Yeah,
bump all that. It doesn't matter. See, I told you it was about money. It's not about fairness and equity. They don't give a darn about being fair to teams and fair to programs. This is about money. They're trying to take money away from the Big 12. They're trying to take money away from the ACC and add money to the SEC and Big 10. That's all this is about, Left. That's all it's about. There is no heart. There is no heart in college football anymore. None.
They're not looking to see another team, another conference outside. Because what they really want to do is make it just SEC and Big 10. That's what they really want to do.
They were like, oh my God, Arizona State got a bye? Oh my God, we can't let that
happen. Yeah, we can't
let that happen again. Never again. No.
And it got nothing to do with football.
No. Boise State? What?
How are they in there?
No. Look, man, you made it. You made this bed. Lie in it. Notre Dame is cool. Notre Dame is going to rake in money either way. You all let Notre Dame know when you're ready to finalize things. Because Notre Dame has to approve whatever. Notre Dame holds that final cast, that die to be cast. Like, y'all done? You done arguing? Because remember last year? Wait a minute. Remember last year? Remember last year when they met in Dallas? Remember last year when they met? Or 2 years ago when they met? Jack Swarbrick didn't even go. He was like,
call me when y'all done.
Y'all wasting my time. I'm not about to go down there and argue. Let me know when y'all come to a solution.
Because y'all can't decide on nothing
without us.
So what, I need to go down there and listen to y'all argue back and forth? First of all, y'all not arguing for us. We have no stake in the conversation.
No stake in the conversation at all. So why should we be in the room?
Because guess what? We get our own TV deals. We do our own tricks and stunts, and we got our own stuff. So it's nothing that y'all can say about it. We do our own stuff. So we don't have no input. All we got is a vote that matters to y'all. I mean, we got the most leverage in college football by far. Because these teams got to huddle up to make decisions. We just like, okay, when y'all ready, because y'all can't exclude us.
No.
Y'all can't exclude us.
No.
And we already passed the whole join the conference thing. We already passed that. We done outthunk y'all on that. Because we make too much money. It would never make sense. So y'all gotta huddle up, split up the bread, team up, buddy up, all that stuff y'all gotta do. But at the end of the day, when it's time to get done, hey guys, hey Pete, hey Bavakwa, so which way you leaning? How can we get your vote? I mean, that's really what it is. Because either way, Notre Dame has positioned himself in a win-win. We control our schedule. We control the money coming in and out. It's only worse, and it looks worse on y'all when we win. That's the problem. That's what stains y'all so bad. Because now we're winning on top of winning off the field. Y'all can't handle it. That's why y'all want us to lose money by joining y'all. That's the thing. Lose money and come into the Big Ten. Lose money and come to the SEC. Lose money and join the ACC so y'all can be in a predicament like we are, where we're never satisfied. And it's unfortunate because guess what? A team can be independent if it wanted to. But they know they can't survive being independent. We put too many years in being independent. We know how this works. We know the framework. We know how to get the teams ain't bold enough to step out on the ledge on their own. So they want to play community football. And that's fine. Making the conference bigger don't help. Clearly. Adding the Oregon, USC, and all that, it doesn't help. Y'all still got problems. Y'all still vying for positioning instead of worrying about winning and recruiting and coaching. It's a shame. But, money is and can be the root of all evil and the deterioration of college sports because of the adults in the room.
It's no heart. Lucky Lefty podcast. ACC Commissioner Jim Phillips. It's not as if this system is so foreign. This shouldn't be used as a convenient rationale. It deserves a review, and we should talk about it, how it went. But it's not some exotic structure that's out of the realm of possibility. Speaking of the automatic bids, let's go down to the Mountain West Commissioner, Gloria Navarez. Her team, Boise State, they were the benefactor of a bye, right?
Yeah.
We're changing this after 1 year of data. Seems a bit quick. It's not the data. They're not changing. It's not the data. It's the money.
It's the money.
It's the money. It's the money. They don't want Boise State. Does it sound familiar? They don't want that. The little man shouldn't be getting that money. That's not fair.
It's not fair. Yeah.
How dare Boise State get paid? How dare they get money for getting a bye? It's an old adage here. Come on, man. The country we live in, you know how it is, bro. That's why the rich get richer and the poor get poorer, bro.
Listen, what? Boise State got a. How is this even right?
Dude.
That's why I love how they put it. This seems a little haste after 1 year. No, you know
after 1 year of data, they had no, ladies and gentlemen, this has nothing to do with data. If they walk in with analytics and bar
numbers
charts and bar graphs and all of that stuff, cap.
They're looking for commas. And how do you have more commas than me? How do you have more commas with Ashton Genty? How did Ashton Genty steal more commas from the big boys, the big leagues? Because you know what it is? Not only do they got to split it up, they can't position themselves to guarantee stuff. They want guaranteed checks. That's what it is. They said we want a guaranteed $100 million run. Forget winning or losing. We just want to make sure that when we come in, we collect a nice bag and we can leave with a nice bag. They don't care about winning. They don't care about that. Not only do they not care about winning, they don't want nobody smaller than them to win either. That's why they might as well make it two different pieces.
All of this is because Boise State and Arizona State got paid.
Yeah, and Notre Dame
they are really Notre Dame is cool.
Yeah,
they made their money. Notre Dame's like, we made our money.
Like, boo-hoo, we lost. Okay, but hey,
we don't have to split it. We don't have to split it. Last I checked, there were some pictures. I believe, shout out to Tyler Horker, who took some pictures. Hey, man, that new facility is looking real nice, boy. The walls are already up. New facility's looking real nice. That's all I'm saying.
All I know is we build every year. After every season, we building something new. How we get the money?
Facts.
We just got an indoor about to build something else. We running out of, you know what they say, you can't build wide, you got to build up.
Or down.
We going up and down now. Notre Dame going up and down. We good going spread our wings. Now we going up and down. Now you're gonna look like, is this New York City or South Bend? That's what it's gonna look like. All this money we raking in, TV deals, merchandise deals, a free home game is really free. That's really a free home game to collect a little cheese. They're gonna have to do something. So I understand because hey, nobody wanted to see Scatterbo do what they did to Texas. Because only imagine if Arizona State won. Oh, they would have. They would say we got to throw away the whole system. Arizona State beat Texas. Oh, we got to. No. So that just shows you they don't believe in no fair competition or no honest matchups, no best versus best. They like no. We need brand names.
And you know why they're doing this, Left? Because the game still has to be played on the field. And they know, and they just saw, seeding doesn't matter because the game still has to be played. So we might as well rob people blind while the games are going on. Yeah, we might as well rob the Mountain West blind while games. We might as well rob the ACC and Big 12 blind.
Just rob them
while the games are going on.
Because now it's even playing field. You can lose. You can. The name don't win the game no more. But this is the catch-22. You opened up the bag.
The national championship game was the 7th and 8th seed, ladies and gentlemen.
This ain't basketball.
The 7th and 8th seed.
Because they opened up the back end with these transfers while that's simultaneously trying to push the big names in the front end with these playoffs, with these NIL rosters. So now they're looking like, wait a minute. Kenny Dillingham went into the playoffs with a bye, with a roster that he put together on the back of a napkin.
And you should have known this was coming. When Squidward, my fault, James Franklin, was sitting next to Marcus Freeman at the press conference whining.
Talking.
You should have known. I think everybody. Hey, SpongeBob. Hey, SpongeBob. I think everybody should be in a conference. It should be an even playing field, SpongeBob.
Oh, God. That's what Marcus Freeman was like, man, we got to beat you by 100. I could just see it on this. We got to. Because listen. But that's what it is. That's what it's become. You can't. They try to do too many things at one time. You let the back end open where it's a wild, wild west from NIL deals and transfers, and people do what they want to do, move schools, quit, whatever. And then on the front end, you begging and pleading for guarantees, begging and pleading for people to join conferences and expanding your conference, thinking that's going to make a difference, to find out that football is still football. If you can't coach right,
if you can't play,
if you overspend on players that can't produce, it's going to be exposed. You can't fake football, because now you're shocked. If Texas lost against Arizona State, their whole thing is blown up, from collective to NIL to Lamborghinis to scheduling to Arch Manning. All of that would be for nothing, because you lost to a high school coach with a high school roster still, with a guy that was a D3 running back that literally almost won the game by himself. He threw a touchdown, ran a couple touchdowns. I mean, he was doing everything. So because of that, that's why they changed it. They don't need no data points. Ain't no analytics is going to explain why they want. After 1 year, that's panic. That is pure panic. After what, we can't even settle on the review the tape or nothing. No, we got to change this. Oh no. Which is hilarious, because like you said, Sean, you can't hide it anymore.
No.
Amateurism, 4 for 40. Oh, this, we believe in education. No, you don't. No, you don't. Education was thrown out the window when you said people could transfer as many times as you want to. And I know one thing: credits don't transfer everywhere.
Facts.
Credits just don't jump school to school. They don't work like that. So education was an afterthought. Carson Beck just got robbed of a Mercedes and a Lamborghini, and he's mid. So what's that mean? So now you got a whole nother issue. You overpaying players. That's why the tiers have to come in. They trying to find a way to manage all this fire. You thought California fires were bad. College football fires are worse. They trying to put a cap on NIL now because they see it's getting ridiculous. They overpaying for little product. Oh, we got to change that. Oh, the seedings don't matter. So what's conference champion? We got this. Oh my goodness. This is deteriorating the sport. Because at the back end of all of this, people are saying, well, what about the pride for the team? What about the tradition? What does it mean to be the conference? It don't mean nothing. That's why Nick Saban quit, in my opinion.
He said that's one of the reasons. He said it's one of the reasons. It's off the rails, bro. It's chaotic right now. Chaotic. He said he had, after the season, he had a backup coming to his office asking him what was left for him in NIL. He was like, damn, what?
Get him off.
Get out of here, man.
Go home, bro. Go enjoy your family, man. What are you talking about?
Pack your bags. Get the heck out of here, man.
Because what are we doing? They say you got to pay for a visit now. It's 5 to 10 bands that even come up to the school. Ain't no regulation.
You talking about the kid?
For the kid.
No. I know schools are paying kids 5 stacks to come on a visit.
That's what I'm saying. Saying.
Okay. Hey, bro, you might want to go back in time and like come back as a high school player right now. You know what I'm saying? You could have stacked about 15 just in your visits.
Just go on visits all day. You ain't got it. I'm gonna go, like you said, like we talked about with Dante. I'm gonna go to Oregon and get my A. If you want to talk, let's just write this little shoe contract out. Mm-hmm. Just whatever newest shoe, just send them to the house. I'm a 13, my dad's a 10. What are we doing?
Thanks.
And I don't have to commit. No, that's just for me to go up there and see what you got going on.
He got money before he committed. He got money from UCLA. He got money from Oregon. And now he's about to play 2 years and go to the league. Oh, he's definitely pimped the system. Him and his father definitely pimped
Easily.
Yeah.
Because you can. It's open for that. So college football, that's a whole nother. And then on top of Oregon trying to poach with money, they just shopping for whatever. They just trying to grab anything that moves that's good and pay it. Phil Knight said, I got to buy a championship. I'm going to do it any way I can. So the regular, I mean, so it is good that we got Mike, the new GM over at Notre Dame, because he can balance. Mike Mark can balance the spreadsheet.
Some
can balance the spreadsheet. Yeah. Because we've accepted that it ain't about the love of the game necessarily. We know how to still play the facade. We still the green, the wizard behind the Wizard of Oz. We still behind that curtain where we still making it, oh, it's Notre Dame, it's love, but not in the background. We balance the spreadsheets, kicking kids out, bringing kids in, telling them, okay, you can only make certain amount, getting a tier system. We got to.
Hey, you remember as a kid, I don't know who, for me, I would always go to my pops. Be like, yo, man, can I have $20 for this? You got to go talk to your mama.
Oh,
Lord.
Yeah, I don't even want to go. I'm good.
Lord,
you know what? I'll figure it out.
Do I have to?
Yeah.
Like, man, I don't care. I'm cool with it. You just have to go ask your mom.
Yeah, I'm okay. It ain't me.
Damn, I know you got 20 in your pocket right now. Just give me the 20. Go ask your mama.
That's like DP. That's how
the SEC and the Big Ten feel right now. Right? They go to everybody else like we think we should do this. Yeah. Notre Dame is sitting back like, y'all got to come to us.
Yeah,
you got to come to us.
Before you put anything on paper.
Before anything is approved, you got to come see us.
And make sure we're okay with it.
Yeah.
As a solo standing independent school with only nobody.
Only if Notre Dame can. Okay. What's in it for us?
Yeah. All that delineating, all that. You can still gotta come ask what we
listen. Sit there, listen. Okay, I hear you. I hear that's nice. That's nice. So what's in it for us?
How do we
benefit from this?
Yeah, what's our vote? How we gonna get you need our vote still, so what we getting out of it? Oh, okay. We'll throw you a home game first round. And what else you want? What else? I guess we'll take that. I mean, we don't have to split no money and we get yeah. Oh, you get our vote. We'll bless you with a little measly vote. And they still stressing. I just know that we're not gonna see no little kids like a Drew Pine when he's 5 years old with a Notre Dame jersey. Because how can you become a fan of any team now?
How can you grow the players leaving? How can you continue to grow the game like this? How?
When coaches leave for nothing, players transferring every other year. Dylan Gabriel got 3 different jerseys and helmets, and how?
Dude, the Chicago Bears raised ticket prices today. I almost fell out of my seat. What? Man, what is going on, man?
That's that Ben Johnson effect, man. They said they going to the bowl.
Bro.
They said they going to the bowl, Sean.
You're raising, you stink. You stink. You should be sending out refunds. Literally. You're the worst team in the division. The worst.
It's getting so bad. Trump gonna have to send that Doge, that government efficiency over to college football.
Oh, that 5,000. Come on.
He gonna have to send that government efficiency to college football efficiency.
Lucky
and clean it up,
man. Notre Dame fans, we just wanted to tell you guys that meeting that's about to take place.
It don't matter to us.
It doesn't impact us.
They gotta come.
Let them fight. Let them fight.
And big.
Yes.
And big.
And when they get through, because I mean, if they want to add South Carolina to get scraped, then go ahead. Go ahead. Add South Carolina. Scrape. Okay. What you want to do? What do you want to do? Either way, whoever wants to come to the Bend early December and take this beating.
Yeah, early Ice Bowl.
Come on, hey, we welcome the SEC
this year. You got lucky this year that Indiana was even good. You got lucky because nobody predicted that.
No, they didn't want an SEC team coming.
No, they didn't.
That's why they said, "Oh, Indiana, just send Indiana there."
Send in it, because then Georgia gonna clean them up in the dome.
Yeah, that's what they thought.
In the dome. That's what they wanted.
Yeah,
that's what they wanted. Yeah.
And another reason to be grateful, Notre Dame fans, and stop complaining about seeding. If you would have been the 5 seed, you would have had to face Ohio State much earlier. Relax.
Yeah.
Relax. Be grateful.
They played how I was supposed to.
Be very grateful, because a lot of things went the Fighting Irish way.
Absolutely.
A lot of things went their way despite the seeding. Be grateful. Just be grateful. And take care of your business. No more NIUs. How about that?
Yeah, we worry about that. Don't worry about the
Left. By any chance, have you seen the Netflix series Court of Gold that chronicles Serbia, France, Canada, and the United States men's basketball teams?
Oh, where Kevin Durant had Serbia in a mix. Them boys
First
is
of all,
out Kevin Durant.
If you have not seen it, it is 6 episodes. It is absolutely fantastic. Of course, it was motivation for this Notre Dame conversation that we're about to have.
Absolutely.
Kevin Durant was talking cash money.
Yes.
Big trash. Let me tell you why. Because Kevin Durant was hearing France and Serbia players leading up to the Olympics. They were playing clips of French and Serbian players saying, "We've closed the gap." They have to bring their best players, because if they don't, they know what might happen. And Kevin Durant was like, "Fam, I'm going for my 4th goal. I've scraped y'all every time I've played. Like, what are y'all talking?" He was like, "Dude, y'all played a team full of role players in the World Championship. Y'all happy about that?"
No, it's bad.
And this is what I tell people that say, of course, teams become more talented. And this is my thing.
That's fine.
If it was a 5-game series, if they played and it was a 5-game series, the United States would never win, never lose.
Yeah, like the NBA playoffs. Come on, man.
Dude, I just watched the Charlotte Hornets beat the Lakers last night.
Yeah.
On any given day, any team can beat anybody.
I mean, hell, Cleveland's looking like the beast of the East right now. Like,
so yes, all 3 of those other teams on any given day can beat the United States.
Yes,
but they won't beat them in a series.
No, this ain't football. Any team can win.
So as much as people, they closed the gap. Okay, well, go look at, because you do know Victor Wembanyama played. Prayers to him. Prayers to him. I know what he's dealing with left. I had the same thing halfway through my treatment because of the medicine.
Oh, really?
Instead of he has it in his shoulder, I had it in my right calf.
Does it hurt?
It feels like you pulled a muscle. It feels like a muscle pull, and you don't know what it is. I was blessed that one of the nurses, when I was leaving treatment, noticed me limping because I had been icing it. I'm like, yo, I must have pulled something.
Oh, you was icing a blood clot.
I was icing it because I thought I had pulled something, right? And she was like, yo, you need to go get an MRI. And I was like, okay. And that's what they found. It was like it had gone all from my calf all the way up to like the inside of my right leg.
Oh my gosh! Oh, yeah. But you didn't feel it all the way up there. You just
no, just in my calf. Yeah. So they put me on thinners because chemo actually forms blood clots.
Can you imagine that?
So yeah, I was on thinners for like 2 months.
Wow.
Even after I was done with treatment, I was on thinners to make sure.
You just had to make sure, it wasn't clotting on you.
Yeah. So, prayers to Victor Wembanyama.
Dang,
that's some serious stuff, bro. If that bad fella breaks off and gets into your lungs,
it's over with. Yeah, it's over with.
And it's right there at his shoulder. That
The quick pathway.
Yeah, that's, man, prayers out to that young man. But no, Left, you do know Victor Wembanyama got smacked by Team USA.
Oh yeah, France. Yeah, they got smacked.
USA smacked him and his squad in the under 16, under 17. It was like,
And that's
so,
that's with Shy and all
no,
the
Shy was with
Argentina.
Canada. They were with Canada. My point is, look at the lower ranks. USA is still smacking everybody.
This ain't soccer.
This
is not soccer. You know, our soccer team go through it. They get whooped on the world stage for sure. The men's team for sure.
I say that to say this, Left. How serious should Notre Dame fans take what we just witnessed in terms of Notre Dame closing the gap as a football program? Should we be extremely optimistic, somewhat optimistic, or just a little optimistic? Those are the three options we're going to give you today, Notre Dame fans. Put it in the chat. What you just watched Notre Dame accomplish with Marcus Freeman, getting to the national championship game, and unfortunately eventually losing to Ohio State. How do you feel about that? Are you extremely optimistic that Notre Dame has closed the gap? Are you somewhat optimistic that Notre Dame has closed the gap? Or are you a little optimistic that Notre Dame has closed the gap a little bit? Let us know. Let us know. Sly Fox 10404 says extremely. All right. Jay Grizz says on a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being extremely optimistic, I'd say I'm at a 4. All right, Left. Where are you at?
I'm optimistic in the way that we can play the game. How this ever-changing college football landscape has been. We've stayed pretty afloat and consistent and down the straight and narrow through all these changes where we haven't had drastic, like, whoa, we can't recover from some of these situations, whether it be coaching, recruiting, NIL landscape. I mean, the whole nine, we've been able to navigate pretty good. So, I mean, I'm optimistic that at the end of the day, we got all the leverage. So it would have to be on a 5 or a 4. If it's on a 1 to 5, it's got to be a 5 or a 4 because we're in the driver's seat. Nothing can be done without our vote. We're positioned ourselves where we're not losing on the business side of things. Yeah, we may not get the ancillary, perfect situation, number 1 through 4 seed or guaranteed slots or not. But that's what does that really mean? When it comes from things that actually mean something, like what are we gaining?
Isn't Jack Swarbrick sitting at home laughing?
Just laughing. Yeah, just laughing.
He's like, you guys thought you had me by capping me at 5, and here you guys after 1 year arguing over 1 through 4.
Arguing.
And 1 through 4 went home. It is crazy. It's crazy how things have turned out. I'll say this, Left. I'm going to say I am somewhat optimistic. I'm going to say I'll put myself at a 3. I think this season can bump that up even more, in my opinion. The reason I say that, because this is a one-off for me. And what I mean by that is Riley Leonard was a one-off. Riley Leonard, in my opinion, is not going to be what future Notre Dame quarterbacks leading this program are going to look like.
That's what I said. This whole 20.
However, he was the perfect missing piece to the puzzle. The perfect missing piece to the puzzle that was this Notre Dame team and how they needed to play to win games. He was the perfect piece. He wasn't the perfect player, but he was the perfect piece. for what they needed. In baseball terms, he was the perfect closer. He was Bruce Sutter. He was Lee Smith. He was Raleigh Fingers. He was Mariano Rivera for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. That's exactly who Riley Leonard was. He's one of the best closers that Notre Dame has had in a long time. However, when you start talking about closing the gap, and I'm not including injured players. I'm just talking about on the field. When you look on the field, you could tell the difference. You could tell the difference from a talent standpoint between Ohio State and Notre Dame. Not saying it was considerable, but it's noticeable. Doesn't have to be considerable to be noticeable. Ladies and gentlemen, we don't have a 4. We just don't. We just don't. Heck, we didn't have an 11. We didn't have a 17. Let that sink in. Maybe you can equate 17 to Jaden Greathouse. Maybe. That's debatable. But we didn't have an 11. We didn't have a 4 on our roster. We just didn't. And that's cool. We know injuries played a part, and that discrepancy would probably be totally different if we had our injured players defensively, specifically on the defensive line. But even if they played, I still think there would have been something noticeable. Game would have been totally different. There would have been something noticeable. So until we get those guys offensively left, I don't know. Maybe MALIK Fields, maybe he can be that dude.
It goes back to, is winning even that important? Is winning even that important in the college football landscape? Brian Kelly, before the playoff change came, gave college football the perfect formula. Just win 10 games every year. Forget expectations. If we can win 10, I'm going to be here. Mm-hmm. If we can make the playoffs every year and get 1 or 2 games deep, that's a successful season. Because look at Ohio State in shambles. And shambles and ruin their own salary cap trying to get to a championship. Win it, but at what cost? Because they're picking up the pieces now. So what is how much is winning even that value?
Whoa. Jay Grizz, you bugging, bro. Our 4 is not the same as their 4. You gotta stop. See, this is when fandom takes over, bro. No. I'm sorry. Jeremiah Love was not. No.
It was not what?
Basically saying Jeremiah Love is the same as Jeremiah Smith. No. No, bro.
I mean,
NFL scouts would tell you no.
Yeah, that's like the Juju and Hidalgo situation.
Yeah, it's like, stop. Defense, stop. No, he's not the same. He's not.
I just think Jeremiah Smith is just really, really good at a young age.
Now, let me tell you why he's not. Audric Estime was at Notre Dame, was he not?
Yeah.
Was he not?
Yeah, we had to, ease him out of there.
Did Jeremiah Love make you say, oh man, Audric, you gotta step aside?
No, it was Audric.
He didn't make you say that. He didn't make you say that.
Not while he was on the team, no.
Ibuka was a first-round draft pick supposedly last year.
Solidified.
Came back.
Him and
came back. Carnell Tate was a 5-star that started last year and came back. Dude walked in campus and everybody said he's the number 1 receiver. Man, stop playing with me, man. Come on, we got to stop. We got to stop. They literally had 2 first-round wide receivers in the wide receiver room.
Bring him in and give him the most receptions.
It didn't happen. It didn't happen during the It didn't happen during the season. It happened in fall camp. In fall camp, everybody knew.
Everybody knew he was that dude.
That's the dude. Come on, man. We just be honest. We didn't do. I understand, fans.
We knew Love was going to be a great player. That's different.
It's cool. 4 is fantastic.
But Jeremiah Smith was more on the Jalen Smith level. The Jalen Smith is a better comparison.
You don't.
When he comes in, and you're like, he has to play his first snap on campus. He's got to play. Now, some things fell in place for Jalen where, the good old, Danny Spahn couldn't play. Okay. But that was just a blessing from the football.
First of all, Danny Spahn would have been cold.
And Danny Spahn was that dude.
Would have been cold. And Jalen might have ended up
sitting the years back. Just because.
Right.
The Aldrich Estimate situation. Things fell in place, and Jalen Smith, rightfully so, took advantage. That's more the Jeremiah. But even that is still a stretch. Jeremiah Smith came in his first day. It only took a couple weeks, and they're like, oh, he's our number one. He's our number one on a $20 million roster with all the coaches and the bells and whistles and all the stars. He said, no. I know you're a first-round Ibuka. You're going to get the ball too.
Facts.
But our first target is this 18-year-old coming in day one. Ain't no question. And we don't have to say nothing because you're watching that practice. What do you mean? The defense knows. The coaches know. First couple weeks, he's the number one receiver here. You're going to get drafted for sure. You was going to get drafted last year with Jackson and Jiggy Smith and all.
Facts.
But that's what makes it different. And
that's why I really am interested in seeing MALIK Fields. That's going to be one of the stories I'm watching at first practice, bro. I need to see him. I need to see him in the flesh. I need to see him.
I need to see good old Burgess too.
Oh, that dude is.
I need to see if he's gonna make an impact coming in because he didn't even look like he was supposed to be with them boys. I'm like, oh, you're way bigger than them. Okay, I can go with this. You look like you're about to play day one.
I'm telling you, man, that's really the only thing missing. And it's fair. I know Notre Dame fans are out there saying, yo, if our passing game was a little bit more efficient, Jaden Greathouse might have been able to do more things. Jaden Greathouse still isn't. He still is not Jeremiah Smith. He's just
no. It's just levels to things. It's levels to things. Juju, not Juju, the girl at SC.
Juju Watkins.
Yeah, it's no question. Yes, other people may have a better season. They just not a better prospect. You just not putting, handing her dog up defense, offense, fast break, exciting player, great. But if I have a WNBA team and I got the first, I'm getting Juju, no question. It has nothing to do with Hannah. It's just, this is what is going to lead me for the next 10, 15 franchise, keys to the car.
The Eagles gave away their trash, right? They gave their running back had a fabulous season with the Eagles.
Great.
Fabulous.
They sent him.
They let him walk. The Bears picked him up.
Oh, yeah, that one. Yeah.
Right? So they could go get Saquon.
Yeah.
Are we really? So are we really? I mean,
and Saquon was the difference. He almost had 2,000 yards.
Man, look.
He single-handedly was the difference. Yes, that was a great thing that the Eagles did.
First of all, I hope you're joking. I hope that's just your fandom talking about a dog. Man.
Hidalgo's a great player.
Juju will post her up. Oh, my God, man. People let their fandom, I told you, dude, so people let their fandom go so far.
It's I can't get with you. And I'm with you on Hannah. I think Hannah Doggo's great. Deserves all the ESPN and Sports Illustrated covers and all that. You see what Juju did against UCLA by herself?
Hannah Dog is probably going to be the 3rd pick in the draft when she comes.
Yeah, because there's the one big girl. What's her name? What's her damn?
The big girl, but then you have
Paige
she's a
Becker's gonna be
freshman.
top 5 too.
Paige Becker's going to be in the conversation.
Yep.
Oh, dude, that freshman from Vanderbilt though.
Oh, I haven't seen her. She's nice.
Dude, she's had like 250 point. She's put up 50 in the last 5 games, bruh. 50 in the last 5 games. Twice. And I'm just like, yo, the talent coming through. The Booker kid from Texas. Nice.
Yeah.
She's a freshman.
Yeah.
Yo. College women's basketball is in a really good spot from a talent
good
standpoint.
spot. Because it's not dominated by NIL and transfer hype and money. A lot of it is that freshness. We'd have no idea he was going to be like this. And we got a couple stars that, go through the farming system and okay, we expect, but college girls basketball is that brand new fresh car smell.
It is.
Things surprise you where it's like, I knew it was good, but dang. It doesn't have the marketability or attraction of the NIL money like the college football and college basketball yet. But as long as that stays out of it, it just feels refreshing and like it was in the early 2000s with the NCAA tournament where anybody could win. And you got real fan. I'm a real fan of Notre Dame's women's basketball.
So what's the biggest this year, 2025 left? What position or player is going to be the biggest reason why Notre Dame closes the gap?
Because everybody else is out of whack and can't get their organization together enough. And I think we've built it to where, okay, that's a good foundation. Now it's about winning games. It's all about the team morale and ancillary stuff that you have to work on throughout a season instead of, man, are we going to be screwed by our administration not paying or not doing this? I think everybody's on the same page in that aspect, which is why it goes to like things where I said there's no way we lose to Texas A&M, a first-year program, compared to what we built on in 3. Like it should never add up. It should never be a first-year coach and a first-year rebuilding program should ever beat an established 3-4 year program supposed to be defined and ready to go. That's where we win at, in my opinion, because at the end of the day, it's never just the quarterback playing bad. It's the higher ups that trickle down. We talked about that trickle down effect, and that's a real thing. When our organization wasn't right up top, it was evident why we wasn't where we supposed to be, because it was always those things that was holding us back. We got that thing together, and guess what? In the first year, we get to the championship. And then it just became, okay, well, we didn't have the passing game or, stuff that we knew that going into the season, but we were built before the season started to get to a championship. Most teams can't say that. Miami wasn't built going to a championship until the players on the field gave you okay, we got something. We can hold this thing together. But they didn't go into the season thinking they're what they end up being. We knew we was going to end up being because we was built right.
Yeah.
So that's where we are going to continue to succeed. Even Kelly has some of that in there because he was printing off 10-win seasons every other year. So that's what is going to sustain us through the tumultuous, confusing, up and down times of where college football is, because I don't even think the NCAA knows how to handle it. I don't. I think eventually it's going to turn into a new NCAA form because people are just going to get tired of it. Just think about it. NCAA is a league. If there was ever a rivaling league to the NCAA, That's the changes that I'm expecting to see. All it takes is some money. Because right now, the NCAA is, because there's no competition, all it takes is for another league to have some structure. That's all it takes. We've seen it in professional sports. Look at the Unrivaled League. They got that thing figured out. They even got the one-on-one tournament popping where the men's thinking about, hey, maybe we should pick that up.
Yo, that Unrivaled was kind of dope. I watched the semifinals. I saw Enrique lose in the semifinals, but that was a dope concept. That concept is actually pretty dope.
Concept was dope.
Dope. Yes, it was.
And the players loved it. Even the NBA players loved it. So that's all I'm saying. All it takes is another league with some organization and some fresh ideas, and we may not have an NCAA. Because what is the NCAA right now? Nothing but a bunch of legality, them dropping a hammer and nobody can do nothing, them not having an idea of how to evolve. They're still trying to convince you this is amateur sports. Think about that. The NCAA is still trying to convince you that this is amateurism.
Yeah.
So they're lying and can't evolve with the times. All it takes is for another NCAA type league to be like, hey, schools sign with us. We'll give you a bonus. We'll give you this benefit. We got our season structured this way. And we're going to have a playoff, and it's going to be, now he's going to see a difference. That's going to be the change. A new NCAA. Because the one they got right now is just waiting to be phased out. That's why they can't decide what to do. Because they're not forced to decide what to do. It's no different than the Madden football game or the iPhone. It ain't too many competitors where they have to make changes that are necessary to keep evolving. Apple comes out with a new camera lens every year. There's so many cameras on the back of the phone now, it makes the phone look ugly. They don't have to
sit. It can't even lay even.
Can't even lay even. Down. So now they're not forced to really do nothing because they the dominant. All it takes a new phone to come out where it's sleek. Maybe even go back to the flip phone. Who knows? But that's what the NCAA is setting themselves up for, because they're not evolving. They're not trying to come up with the new. The NBA gonna have to do something because they steady blaming Adam Silver and LeBron for destroying the league. Okay, well, what's next?
No. See, look, LeBron is the scapegoat. The league is responsible for the product.
Yeah, Adam Silver, man.
The league is responsible for the product. How did you go from being the underboss to the tyrant that was David Stern to being the softest commissioner in the history?
Talking about you want to go to 40 minutes. You want to
play college basketball games now? It's like, dude, look, man, everybody is culpable, but the people ultimately responsible for the product is the league. And none of this would have ever happened if David Stern was the commissioner. Stuff like that.
David Stern, David Stern
he wasn't having it.
He wasn't having it.
He was
what did he tell Shaq?
He wasn't having it.
What did he David Stern
flat out wasn't having it, bro.
No.
You need leadership like that can sit across from the biggest stars and say, we're not having that.
He told Chris Paul no. He told Allen Iverson to tighten up. He
told Michael Jordan to tighten up. Man, my man was in a casino during the playoffs, called him to the office the next day. Let me holler at you. Hey, I know who you are. I know how much money you generate. But I'm going to need to holler at you.
I'm going to need to holler at you. That's a gangster.
Come on, man.
Adam Silver wouldn't dare talk to LeBron.
Come on, man.
Wouldn't dare talk to him.
LeBron wouldn't try half the stuff he's doing right now. Or it's done. If
Kawhi would have never got on this low management.
I guarantee you, if he would have said, I'm not playing on the Sunday of an All-Star game, all would have been a fine. David Stern would have been like, okay. That's what you're doing? That's what you're doing? I got you.
David Stern wasn't playing that.
You can take this tax real quick.
Real quick. Just go ahead and let me drop that on you real quick.
You know what I'm saying? And then what PK Subban said today was spot on. Yeah, the leadership. None of this stuff would never exist with Kobe leading the way. None of this stuff never existed with Mike leading the way. None of this stuff ever existed when Magic and Bird leading the way. It's just the truth. It is what it is. So players have to bear responsibility as well. But
you said it would have never happened with Kobe.
nah. Cat's not playing hard in the All-Star game? Never. No. So I'm going to put it at a 3. I am somewhat optimistic after this year. I am somewhat optimistic that the trend will continue and Notre Dame will close the gap even more next year. For me, the position that will determine that will be the quarterback position.
Absolutely.
The quarterback position will determine how much that trend continues. As simple as that. Like you said, this is Geno's year. He's on the clock.
Oh yeah, and I think Geno got a short a leash as well. I don't think this is a let's keep going with Geno till we figure out that. No, I think he's a 1-2 year producer or get gone because the game moving too fast and quarterback's too important.
Facts. All right,
Marcus gave you a free year.
Yeah, no, we did. Lucky Lefty podcast. So we're gonna get to 2. We're gonna be covering. Don't forget the cutting floor over at patreon.com/Lucky Lefty Network. MALIK around March 17th, which is the pot of gold. The offers that go out, MALIK is going to be breaking down tape and film for those Notre Dame offers. And today we want to focus on 2 big-time players that we think Notre Dame is really interested in. The first one is Trey Taylor, 27 quarterback, Carmel Catholic in the Chicagoland area. And left, he doesn't have a lot of his film up, which I don't like. I told him about that too. I said, come on, Trey. Come on now. You don't even have your full sophomore season up yet. We got to do better than that.
Yeah. Where your team at? Where your team at?
And he laughed and he was like, all right, Mr. Davis.
Yeah.
I said, man, I don't like when they call him Mr. Davis. They make me sound old.
Oh yeah, you saw the age ranges for Big Bro, old head. You haven't seen that.
Right. So once again, Trey Taylor, this is his game against Grays Lake, who is a power in their conference, in a power for a long time. You tell me he's definitely bigger and stronger than last year. You could tell immediately.
Yeah.
And if you tell the arm, everything is different. You could tell the growth. The release is just wow, quick. Look at that, dog. That was a flick.
Yep.
He's becoming him, dude. He's becoming him. I see why everybody jumped on this kid this summer. Or this fall, shall I say. Notre Dame, he'll be visiting Notre Dame on the 18th.
Love his technique, love his timing.
I think this is
got a great old line now.
Jason McKee is the head coach. Yeah, I can expect
boy is blocking now. I love his eyes downfield. This is a really good prospect right here.
Yeah.
He can win you 10 games, do some good things for you. I think he's technically put together well.
Yeah.
You know, he can get you, he's a nice prospect to add to a room. Is he special at something? I think he has talent. Is he generational to where I'm like, oh, that's a championship just waiting? No.
But you're building a program. You're building a program
forward. He
doesn't pop. He doesn't pop like a deuce on film. Where you just
he doesn't. No. He don't pop like that.
You know, but once again, this is a kid that is steadily. Last year, you watch his film, he was 170. He showed up at the Irish Invasion, he was 175. You're watching him now, he's 190. And he told me yesterday he's going to end up being 210 by the time August pops around. And which shows
I mean, how tall is he?
Oh, he's 6. He's a legit 6'3". Legit 6'3".
You don't get
Arms.
smaller when you go to college, though.
What do you mean?
If you 210 going into school, let's say he finishes at 210, 212.
Oh, he's good. I don't think he wants to go beyond that.
You're going to get 230 by senior year. It just, I mean, that's a big dude.
Yeah.
You big, man. Because I was 185 going into school and ended around 230, 225. And that was, and that's solid Malik, you know.
Yeah. So we go down to the state of Florida for a big-time 26 prospect, ZAIRE Literacy, out of Melbourne, Florida. And let me tell you something. Mike Mickens, in my opinion, might have another one on his hands. This young man, I spoke with him. He talks about the relationship he has with Mike Mickens. Mike Mickens is pretty much his dude. He was like, yo, that's my guy. And so he plays defensive back. He's also an athlete, plays both sides of the ball, which is what you love, Left, and what Marcus Freeman has been looking at.
Yeah, it's a requirement.
The talent. Yeah.
Yep. You can't even get on the team if you don't play multiple positions. He gets off fast. Like he when he sees it, he's running, and his speed, his closing speed, it makes it look effortless.
Let's see if he can tackle that.
He coming downhill.
Now let's look a little wide receiver.
And that's all. We don't need the routes. We just need to see you get the ball in your hand and do something with it.
Yeah.
I don't need you to look like an Elijah Burris, where you just technically, no. Can you catch it and run around?
I see playmaker, Left.
That's what I see.
I see playmaker. His wide receiver film might be more impressive to keep it a buck.
Yeah. And he's fast too, boy.
Yeah, he is fast.
I'm sold. I like him.
Ball skills. Fantastic.
You can tell his ball skills are fantastic. He got sure hand. He's not catching and jumping with the football. You know how most DBs want to jump when they catch the ball? He's catching that thing like it was meant for him.
Yeah, so his exact quote was, relationship and time with the coaches has been great. Me and Coach Mickens have a great relationship. He's been down here a bunch. Really enjoyed the entire staff. Once again, that's ZAIRE Literacy. He is 5'11", 185, 4-star athlete out of Melbourne, Florida. And I think he's going to be visiting Notre Dame. Let me confirm this now.
Them Florida boys want a little chicken, one little cash.
June 12th.
So he would be a tier 2 guy for me.
Coming in off the bat?
Yeah, be a tier 2.
Yeah, he's a playmaker.
Because to be a tier 1, you gotta look the part too. He only 5'11". You can't,
So he's not physically, he's not as imposing as like a Jadon Blair.
Yeah, you just can't be a tier 1 unless you're like a Tyrann Mathieu. You're just such a superstar playmaker where we have to watch the game. Tier 1 guys.
I know Mike Mickens is recruiting him, bro, but every time he touches the ball on offense.
That's fine. That just shows that you can play making. You know how to be natural with the football, but you're not no offensive guy. You standing still catching the ball. You ain't got no technique to you. It's catch and get right. How many yards can you get?
Oh, that's a great play.
Hands.
Yeah.
You know how some defensive backs don't look comfortable catching the ball. He looks like, every pass is meant for me. That's what I like about him the most.
He's about to give you some special teams, Love?
Man, we might as well turn it off. You
He's
know,
giving you some special teams left.
Oh,
Wait. Is he giving you special teams left?
only to be recruited. That's all. Only to be recruited, not to be actually vying for the position. Because we know we like to get these running backs from D4 schools that Make-A-Wish Foundation and honorary, punt return. It's like they need to name that position. You know, they name awards, award, whatever. They need to name the punt returner just a designated position that's based on nothing but not merit. No. We don't pick punt returners based on merit. It is more of a feel good steward. How Make-A-Wish Foundation. Oh, this is my lifelong dream to be a Notre Dame football player from a walk-on position. That's what the punt return means to us. Yeah. It's not no change the game. Let's add a playmaker back there. That was gone since 2011.
Things can change, Left.
No.
Hey, wait. Maybe that's one of the things that closes the gap. Maybe that is what special teams become.
What Marcus Freeman said on that podium, we will never change that. That's who we are, Wapu Nation.
He said what?
Yeah, They've stolen that from us. We will never get it back. I don't know.
Shout out to everybody that joined us today. We talked about the current playoff conversations that are taking place. How does it impact Notre Dame? Where does Notre Dame stand? The business side and what has been lost, and how Notre Dame, is really in great position moving forward to still benefit greatly from whatever is decided amongst the big conferences in the room. And then also we talked about how you feel, Notre Dame fans. Are you extremely optimistic, somewhat optimistic, or just a little optimistic about Notre Dame continuing to close the gap going into 2025?
I'm not going to lie. I'm upset about this punt return thing.
Come on, man. Stay locked in. The chat mentioned it. We saved it
for the comments got the show. Fair catch guy. Yes. That's what we're the fair catch guy who can field the most punts. You know what I mean? Because listen, for us to have all the success this last year, all the success, offense and defense, young guys and old guys, there was no impact on punt return. I don't know what we sabotaged ourselves or something. I can't get it. I don't know. We had success in kick return. We some punt. We just made zero plays on the season from punt return. That's a shame. Because that's a choice. It ain't even about we can't do it. We got all the players and then some. And we choose to make this the honorary Rudy position.
The honorary Rudy position. You're bugging out right now, Left. You're bugging, dude.
Because it doesn't make sense. Everybody else in the country, Ohio State put Caleb Downs back there.
Facts.
We wouldn't dare put a starter back there. There's no reason in the world. Jeremiah Love, Jadarian Price, all them receivers. We got KK Smith. And he the fastest on the team. He ain't even the backup punt returner. He's not the backup. We got these kids from Massachusetts, Canada, Australia, the middle of nowhere. On punt return,
ladies and gents, this is one of the classic MALIK ZAIRE rants.
No, man, this is terrible. What do we even preach in the special teams room about punt return? No award season.
Catch the ball first. What do you mean? Catch the ball first.
Catch the ball first and only.
Left, before we get out of here, man, the chat was talking about it just a few seconds ago. One of your guys that you love, bro, Zach Martin, has called it quits after 11 seasons.
Hey, one of the greatest, the big OG, captain. He should have got some more money before he left. But he realized that after this coaching change, this coaching debacle, this coaching mishap, this coaching mistake, this coaching fumble, they got an F- grade. How you get an F minus? Black Martin said, "No, I'm done. I'm not even gonna give it no. I'm not giving it no chance. I'm done." You get nobody knows who the head coach is. Nobody knows that. You get Eberflus, and then you get an O-line coach as an OC. Man, I think they hate their fans just as much as the Mavs. The Dallas and Texas in general sports teams need to be in question. The only team that's trying to win is the Rockets, and I like their little squad. Everybody else in Texas, even the Texans,
shout out
gotta
to
be
Jalen.
invested.
Shout out to Jalen Green and Drea, by the way.
The organization to step in on that. They got to.
What? Come on, bro.
Organization got
What are you gonna tell that 21-year-old boy? Come on, man.
You know how young that is?
He is caught in the fly trap already, bro. She got her claws in him. She has the claws in the young
organization man. Has to step in. I'm
gonna pray for the young man.
I mean, he's in there deep.
Me up there arguing with Tyrod Taylor, trying to make sure that she gets the home. Like, young man, leave that alone. Leave that alone, young man. Leave it alone.
You arguing with Tyrod, a cool dude. He can get real uncool, I'm sure.
Facts.
Arguing with a 21-year-old.
One thing you can say, it's not changing how he hoops, though, because he's hooping.
Oh, man. That's what I'm saying. They team getting all right. They got some guys.
Might be that superpower for him, bro. He's definitely hooping.
Oh, my goodness.
Man. So shout out once again to the OG, Zach Martin, on your retirement, and eternal blessings and favor in all of your future endeavors.
Is he about to be a firefighter or something? I feel like he's going to be a firefighter.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Get a log cabin somewhere. Yeah, just tough. Like he's gonna be eating nails for breakfast or something,
Josh Buffo, the motivational business banker. Thanks for the GTB question. College football is becoming the opposite of what we all grew up loving about the sport. Once the first domino failed, that was the end of CFB as we knew it. Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more, Josh.
How we sum up this episode is let me know when the game starts.
Let me know when the game starts. I'm gonna change the title on YouTube. Let me know when the game starts. Just
let me
know when the game starts, man.
The time is kick off for the first game. That's all I need to know.
That's all we need to know.
Because everything else, throw it away. I ain't taking this serious. I don't care about nobody.
D-Monk, Mr. Food Lover. Here's the question: how much did Chip Kelly play a part in Smith's success? Man, Jeremiah Smith was gonna put up numbers. I don't care who.
Look, they're calling go routes for the kid. Chip Kelly can't do nothing for that.
It wasn't like he designed a bunch of exotic stuff. The man ran overs, drags, and go routes. He had like three routes in a comeback.
3 routes, yeah.
4 routes.
That's what we give Chip Kelly, but not giving him too much. Giving him the 4 routes that anybody in America can run.
Thank you. While we were sitting up here begging Tommy Reese, can Tobias Merriweather run a go route?
Can he get a go route?
Back and a cross? Please.
Something. That's it.
He needs to learn the playbook. Come on.
He needs to no. Oh, it was worse than that. Drew said he does everything right in practice. He catches everything on defense. I love the guy.
Drew Pine did say that.
I love the guy. He does everything in practice right. But can't be trusted for the games. I have never heard. You can't trust a kid to run a post. But in practice, he be burning and killing everybody.
Just totally burst the bubble, bro. Like, oh man, Tobias kills in practice. And I know Tobias really hasn't done anything since he left Notre Dame. But I just found that to be quite hilarious. That you start quarterback. It's like, oh man, he's killing in practice.
Man, I wish he was out there.
The offensive coordinator's like, oh man, he needs to learn the playbook.
Yeah. We got to trust him a little bit more. Oh, so you recruit guys that you don't trust. Got it. But that's the secret to his success of falling forward. Because he'll do stuff like that and then get granted bigger positions. So that's why I'm like, get me in. I want to start off at the highest level you can. That's why I said GM or nothing. GM or nothing.
That cat Nick Saban said that last group of coaches he had was the worst coaching staff he had. He said he had to coach his hardest with that coaching staff, bro.
Tommy arguing with the man over Jalen Milroe.
Dude. My man going from tight ends coach. I don't know how he's teaching tight ends. I have no clue. I have no clue what Tommy Reese is about to tell an NFL tight end. Not one clue left. I'm sorry.
No, you know that thing's all about they all friends. They all probably golf together and stuff. You know how that go.
So, hey, man, we appreciate you guys. Once again, patreon.com/Lucky Lefty Network. Go right now and find us. New merchandise up. We showed it yesterday. I'll be sporting your merchandise next week. Left, I'll send you some stuff. And I'm sure hopefully they won't cancel the the spring game, so we can actually have some merch down at the spring game.
Yeah, Marcus Freeman, you messing up our money now.
We'll send them a couple bottles of ONORA, bro.
But you know what it is? They can't cancel it because it's a big weekend for the former classes to come through.
And it's a big weekend to collect that money.
You know.
Don't get it twisted. It's a big weekend to collect that money.
That's just a game weekend in the spring. That's all. It's just a game weekend.
That's all. So if you want to get the store, the description and the link to our store and our apparel, our brand new logo, everything is in the description of the show. And then also the product is right there under all of our videos as well. So for Left, SD2 mics, we'll be back with you guys tomorrow with more prospects to look at, more film, and we'll be talking about Left. Well, I'm gonna let you off the leash tomorrow to talk about these quarterbacks, Left.
Oh man, and stop hating on my dog Shrewsbury, man. That's a great.
No. Fair is fair.
Fair is fair.
Right now, your team stinks, bro.
No, hey.
Right now, your team stinks.
What happened? Yeah, they're not doing good.
Hey, take it on the chin like a G. You got a once in a lifetime player coming next year. Hey, all of that, man, dude. Know who you are.
You ain't like Durant?
Know what you got. Know what you have coming, and you'll shut everybody up next year. That's all.
Because you're not going to convince them through the press conference. I don't think you're going to convince them.
You are never going to win the press conference, man. You never do.
I get why he's mad, though. You know, I get it. He's frustrated.
You know, he's the only one they can pick on right now. They can't pick on Marcus anymore.
Oh, no.
They can't pick on Niel. Who else are they going to pick on? He's a whipping boy right now. I mean, it is what it is. There's nothing else to write about.
Marcus Freeman definitely got the heat off his back.
Marcus shut everybody up. So now they're like, man, we can't start writing anything bad about Marcus until like next fall. So, man.
Hey, we're going to have to jump on this basketball team.
We can't say anything about Niel. Yep, that guy right there.
He like, wait a minute.
We're going to write articles saying why he should be fired. All right. Dude has the top 5 recruiting class. Notre Dame hasn't had a top 5 recruiting class in basketball in like 40 years. But you want to fire him. Man, you know. Just.
And he knows. He's like, ain't nowhere in the world y'all trying to write these things. Yeah.
It's funny. Keep your head up, Coach Shoes. Keep your head up.
Keep
your head up.
Wait, say top 5 class coming in. You want to fire the man? Get him out of here, man. We can't.
Coach Freeman, go talk to your boy during the day.
Hey, Coach Freeman's a vet. Yeah, Coach Freeman's a vet.
You know how you had to go through this. Help him get through this.
He having asked this early. Oh my God.
Oh man, we'll see you guys tomorrow, man. Lock in with us. this time is like perfect for us. 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern. Seems like this is the time we've settled into for the off season. So rock with us, subscribe, share, hit the like button. And yo, it's the Lucky Lefty podcast. Have a great Thursday evening, but most of all, you got to make sure that you continue to spin it, not like Luka Doncic on defense, but spin it different.
Okay. He's there to be the show, the late show, not the defensive show.
All I know is Melo had him in a torture chamber last night. That's all I know.
Yeah.
Which way did he go? Which way did he go?
Wait a minute, hold on. What you say? The percentage so high, it's like it's not going to get better overnight.
The worst defender in the NBA, 44% blow by. It's unheard of, bro.
Blow by is you not even. Is you not cannot stay in front of this man. It's like it is
at all. And the entire fourth quarter, they hunted him in pick and roll. It didn't matter who he was sticking. They were like, "Yep, bring him up here." I told you, dog. I told you what was coming. I told you, dog. I told you. Everybody's like, "Oh, they're about to go to the Western Conference Finals now." Okay, man.
Not the way Luka played defense. And they're hating on the Lakers for that, not letting that Mark Williams trade go through, because Mark Williams going to be that deal. He's going to be that deal in a couple of years.
But unfortunately, he's not. And Dog Connect doesn't want to be there anymore.
He don't want.
He's like, man,
he can't stand them boys. He trying to tell them, let's just play basketball. Oh, okay. You just getting there talking about let's just play basketball. Yeah, you're gonna be gone soon. Don't even worry.
Hey, have a great Thursday, but continue to spin it different.